A very good morning to all of you. Today I am going to discuss about the basis of chest X-ray part 2. In my last presentation, I have discussed about the difference between the PA view and AP view. I have discussed about the centering, proper centering. I have discussed about the proper positioning. I discussed about the exposure, whether the X-ray film is having the underexposure, overexposure, normal exposure. I have also discussed about the positioning of the trachea. In this presentation, I am going to discuss about the soft tissue shadow, bony shadow, lung shadow, heart shadow, and there are many abnormalities like the pleural effusion, pneumothorax, infiltration and cavities. How can we assess whether the X-ray film is having which abnormality? Uh, the first is the soft tissue shadow. As we all know, we discussed about the white shadow and the black shadow. White shadow, as I told, is caused by due to the solid tissue, due to the calcium deposition, mainly caused by the bony structures, and the black shadow due to the air. And in between these two shadows, there is a mildly white shadow, also known as the gray shadow. It can be seen surrounding the lung shadow. This is due to tissue and muscle surrounding the chest cavity. An abnormality: if black shadow was present inside the tissue due to the air substances tissue, this is surgical emergency and known as the surgical emphysema. Air comes from outside due to trauma, through lungs or due to rupture of lung tissue. Dense white spot may be visible in the shadow. This is due to calcium deposition in the cystosarcosis live in the small intestine. The bony shadow. In this picture, X-ray film, we can easily see the status of the clavicle, vertebrae, spinous process of the vertebrae. In the lateral view, status of the sternum, posterior ribs arising from the back, anterior ribs, scapula can also be assessed. And by this X-ray we can also start counting from the uppermost ribs, from the thoracis first vertebra. This counting downward, following things are observed. We can also observe the fracture via X-ray. And any secondary deposition, there may be multiple black shadow, erosion of the ribs, lower margin of the ribs are observed. In case of multiple myeloma, tumor of plasma cell invading the bony tissue, more white small shadow multiple may be visible. In case of diaphragm, in any chest X-ray, first we should know what are the points we have to look in case of diaphragm. In diaphragm, there are the costophrenic angle, relation between the costal and the diaphragm margin, and there is a relation between the cardiophrenic angle on the both side, relation between the heart and the diaphragm. Third is the dome of diaphragm. So these two angles and dome of diaphragm is very important for us to assess whether the lungs is in normal situation or is having any other abnormality. And one point is that right dome is usually 1 inch higher than the left border of the diaphragm due to presence of the lever underlying the right dome of diaphragm. Means right side diaphragm will be 1 inch higher than the left side diaphragm. And underneath the left side diaphragm, underneath the left dome of diaphragm, there may be the black shadow. This is due to the presence of air in the stomach, or it can be due to the air in the intestine. Heart shadow, as in this film, in this X-ray we can assess the heart shadow and the cardiac silhouette. And the cardiac silhouette is the heart marking, heart outline. This is the right border of the heart, This is the left border, and the right border is formed by the right atrium, right pulmonary artery, ascending aorta, aortic arch, and it can be known as the aortic knuckle, and it is formed by the terminal impression of the shadow of the arch of aorta. This is the left pulmonary artery, left atrium, left ventricle, and the descending aorta. As I already discussed about the cardiac silhouette and the base of the heart, and the right 1/3 of the base of the heart formed by the right ventricle, and left 2/3 is formed by the left ventricle. Left border of the heart is formed by the downward from the aortic knuckle due to the presence of arch of aorta, pulmonary due to the pulmonary artery, and left side and left apex appendages due to the left atrium, downward left ventricle. We should know that in normal condition, the heart, the 2/3 of the heart is lie on the left side and 1/3 on the right side. So in normal condition, heart should take up the less than half of the thoracic diameter, and if it is covered the more than 50% of the thoracic diameter, this is indicating the cardiomegaly. So how can we assess whether this is the cardiac shadow and this is the total thoracic diameter? Means the transfer diameter of the heart. This is the transfer diameter of the heart, and this is the transfer diameter of the bony cage. If this is 32 centimeter in the X-ray film and cardiac is covering the 15.2 centimeter, means its half is around the 16 and it's less than 16, means it's the normal. If this cardiac shadow is covering more than half of the transfer diameter, means be more than the 17 centimeter, 18 centimeter, in that condition we can say there is a condition of the cardiomegaly. And if it's covered the less than the 50% of transfer diameter, thoracic diameter of bony cage, means the heart is in normal position or in normal shape, or it is not the cardiomegaly. Lung shadow. Ribs on both sides will overlap the lung shadow, and only 40% of lung shadow are visible. Rest is marked by the shadow of ribs. And it is divided 3 imaginary zone for observation, divided into 3 zone. Upper zone, which is formed by the apex of lung shadow up to the imaginary horizontal line below the medial end of the second ribs, and the middle lobe from the below the horizontal imaginary line of the second ribs, and another imaginary line drawn below the fourth ribs. Lower zone will be considered below horizontal line from the fourth ribs and up to the base of lung shadow. In this diagram, this is the upper zone from the apex of lungs to the below to the second ribs horizontal line, and the middle lobe from the second ribs to the below the horizontal line of the four ribs, and lower zone it will be from the horizontal line below the four ribs up to the base of lungs, base of shadow of lungs. And the conclusion, there are many abnormalities in case of the lungs, like the infiltration. We can say whenever we see the multiple white dots like the spots infiltration, this indicating like in this is the white spots, is indicating the inflammation, and it can be due to the infection like the pneumonitis. It can be due to the infiltrating cell and exudating alveoli, and it can also be seen in the abscess also. Fibrosed lungs. So in case of fibrosis, pulmonary fibrosis, we have to see the association finding or overlying narrowing of the intercostal space and shifting of trachea. In case of cavity, we must know, as in this X-ray it is indicating the cavity. In cavity, how can we say? It is having the white border and the black center. Black center is indicating the air. Cavities can be due to abscess also. Homogeneous opacity, white area present in equal density at a localized part of lung shadow. It is indicating the pneumonitis. Bronchovascular marking, we can say the prominent bronchovascular marking. There are multiple linear shadows, less white dense to bronchial tissue than the prominent become prominent. It's indicating this COPD. In case of the asthmatic and chronic bronchitis. Emphysema. In emphysematous lungs, there will be the flattening of dome of diaphragm, there will be the tubular heart, and there will be the blackening of the lung tissue increased, size of the lung tissue will be increased. As in this picture, where how can we say the heart is tubular? If heart is covered less than 30% of the transverse diameter, thoracic case diameter, then we can say it is having a tubular heart. In this we can see the inflated lungs and the horizontal lips. So the intercostal space will be reduced in case of the emphysematous lungs. Pleural effusion. How can we say the X-ray film is having the pleural effusion or not? When the rising level of opacity, whitening obliteration of the costophrenic angle in both the X-rays, there is the obliteration of the costophrenic angle. Pneumothorax, air in the pleural space appear as the jet black but without the presence of vascular marking. Underlying lungs is collapsed, the border of which, in this we can say the apex of the lungs, there is the black shadow due to the presence of air. And same in this X-ray film. And pneumothorax and hydropneumothorax. In pneumothorax, as we can easily see in this, there are the two pleura, and in the pleura, and between the two pleura there is a space, the pleural space, and if air is present in between in this pleura, known as the pneumothorax, and it will be appear like this. We can easily say this is the more darker than the rest of the lungs. This is the indicating the presence of pneumothorax. In the hydropneumothorax, it will be the presence of the water with the air, and it will be the horizontal. We can easily demarcate it. Thank you everyone.